Okay, this is quite an old game, probably a couple of weeks. I haven't played much recently, but yeah, it was a game against a 12-15, so similar to myself. My opponent was from the Netherlands. So let's get into it. Review-wise, um, what did we? How did we perform? 91, so no brilliance, but no blunders. 1950? I don't think so. I'll show you. It definitely wasn't 1950. Anyway, sorry, yeah, so e4, e5, fighting for the center. There we go. Yep. So I tend to play the Italian game as white, depending on what black does. So yep, yeah. So I go into the Italian game. Common lines from here. Is a series of trades around these squares. Develop the other bishop, castle if they come down. In this case, yeah, there we go. So my opponent comes here. So sometimes the opponent will come and sort of sacrifice a bishop here to pull the king out, take away the castle in right. I kind of took a bit of a risk, didn't castle, and pushed. So yeah, opponent develops their knight, hitting this pawn here, which is not defended, also making space to castle. So yeah, very good, very theoretical move. I just strike the center. So obviously we've got a nice little pawn chain here. So yeah, obviously I'm expecting some trades to take place, which they do. Instead of taking back, I hit a knight. Obviously could set up a series of trades here and here. So my opponent develops their knight. Obviously it's saying it's a mistake because in the opening it's better to get more pieces out. To be honest, I'm not that developed myself either. So again, not great play by me. This is where I castle. Overlooked an opportunity to tactically win a knight. So my opponent takes a pawn. And I actually ignore this and come up here. Now obviously this does give me some options. I can drop down here onto this. Got a little bit of tempo here. So yeah, it makes the opponent respond pretty quickly, to be honest. So my opponent obviously comes down with a check here. So they're now up they're now up 3 pawns. I have a good look, work out how much danger I'm actually in, and I decided to simply move the king over. So obviously there is a lot. I mean, it could have been this. I think, what did they say? So I played this, and this. The engine says. Okay, yeah, fair enough. So yeah. So yeah, I have a look and I just step the king over. You missed an opportunity to recapture a piece. So I'm down 3 pawns at this stage. My opponent castles. And I dropped down and picked up the free knight. So my opponent takes here. I take back. So actually, I think this was a bad move on my opponent's part because it allows me to fianchetto a bishop. So now I've got, obviously once I clear this space here, I've got SAS snipers with my bishops eyeing up these squares here. Obviously this one's no good for checkmate at the moment, but if this steps over, yeah, so my bishop pair is eyeing up 2 squares, and this is probably the best I've ever used a bishop pair in a game. At high level chess, grandmasters always say bishop pair over knights any day. And this is the first time where I've really seen it firsthand, to be honest. And it was just luck. My opponent took, and I was like, hang on a minute, fianchetto, and then I've got, if I can get up here, I've got this lovely attack here. But anyway, so my opponent moves their bishop to safety, which is, yeah, it's a good move. So I'm trying to figure out how we can get our queen up to here now. So I'm like, I'm going to give away a knight, try and get up there. So my opponent develops a pawn, which obviously opens up this here, and I go here. Obviously it does hit this, but it would, yeah, it'd be an equal trade. So my opponent takes a pawn. Now obviously, as tempting as it is, I'm like, oh, I can come up here and then go here, but no, can't because of this. So what I do is I give up a knight in exchange for this square. So I offer my opponent a knight. The engine's saying, yeah, great, this wins a bishop. That's not what I'm interested in here. I am interested in the law of attraction so that I can gain access to this square here with this and this. So my opponent accepts the knight. Again, the engine's like, this losing a bishop. That's not what I'm looking for, bro. There we go. So I go here, and I'm now threatening checkmate here. Obviously, it's very easily avoidable. I'm not sure what my opponent did here. The only thing I can think of is they were perhaps thinking that the king could step to the side, maybe. I'm not really sure, but yeah, mate in one. Skadoosh. So yes, I used about 9 minutes. They used about 7, and yeah. But yeah, as I said, 1950. No fucking way. I don't know how the engine came up with that. Let's just have a quick look from my opponent's perspective. So what would I do? Right. Yeah, see, this is a very obvious attack, isn't it? And what's the best move here? Okay, right. So let's say they didn't do that. Step to the side. My best move is then this. There's still checkmate. Okay, so they're pretty fucked. Okay, okay. Then this. Then this. Then this. Then this. And then this. Then this. Then this. Then this. Then this. Then this. And there we go. So yeah, I was in a winning position either way, but yeah, good game to my opponent.